In this video, I'm going to show you how to weave in and knit in your ends. Here I'm showing my stash busting ripple sweater, but this technique could apply to any number of projects where you need to change colors. And it's kind of a relief knowing you don't have to weave in all of these ends for all of those colors. So first thing we're going to do is at the end of a round where there's a color change, you want to cut your old yarn, leaving about a 10-inch tail or so. And then grab your new color, link it around the old color, like they sort of have linked arms, and also leave about a 10-inch tail on your new yarn as well. So what we're going to be doing on this round is working in the new yarn. So just hold this old tail out of the way for now. We'll get to that on the next round. So the first stitch of this pattern is a slip stitch, so I'm going to go ahead and slip it. If your pattern does not have a slip stitch, you would just go ahead and knit or do whatever stitch you're instructed to do. The next stitch in this pattern is a knit two together. So I'm going to go ahead and insert my needle, like I'm going to knit these two together, and then take the tip of my needle, put it between the new strands, and work the stitch. So you're essentially just knitting with the loop of the new color. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to use both the working yarn and the tail, so the yarn is held double, and we're going to knit some stitches to work in that end. So I usually like to do about 5 or so. If you have really slippery yarn, you might want to do a few more, just to kind of ensure that nothing is going to come out of place. Well, I did 6 there, that's fine. And so next I'll go ahead and drop the tail, and I'm going to just continue the round with my working yarn as normal. And I will come back and show you what to do with this other end in a moment. Okay, so I finished my round with the new color, and now we're going to go back and grab this guy, the previous color, and now we're going to weave that end in. So before, what we did was we were knitting in ends, and in this step we're going to be weaving in ends. So different techniques. And both of these could potentially be done on the same round. I just decided to separate them on this pattern because weaving in the end on the round that has the patterning can be a little challenging. So this is a plain knit round, so it'll be easier. So I'm going to take that old color and bring it in around to the right side, putting a little link in the yarns. And then I'm going to hold the current color in my right hand. So current color in the right hand, old tail on the left hand, and this is why we want to leave a 10-inch tail or so it's easier to grab onto. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go knitwise into my first stitch. I'm going to take this old tail, loop it around the needle, and then I'm going to just knit the stitch like normal. On the next stitch, I'll go ahead and insert as though to knit, but I'm going to leave the tail out of the way and just knit it normally. So basically we're just going to repeat those 2 steps over maybe 15 or 20 stitches, kind of depends on how slippery your yarn is. The more secure it'll be. So I'll do a few more slowly. So I'll go knitwise into this stitch, bring that tail over, and then just knit the stitch like normal. This one we'll just do regular with the yarn held out of the way. So one more time, into the stitch, bring the yarn over, knit the stitch, and that's it. This can be a little challenging if you've never worked with both hands before. It's kind of like fair isle knitting in a way. But try not to get discouraged. It's like anything new. It's a little tough to do at first, but you get used to it. And let me tell you, it's better than weaving all those ends in, that is for sure.